can sit down here today, 5 years in the industry, sports lawyer, educationist, FIFA licensed agent. I can tell you and answer the question that has been going around for years, for ages. Who is a real FIFA licensed agent, or who is a real agent? This episode is brand new and it's one of our new series, The Agent versus the Agency. So if you want more of this, please remember to like, subscribe, and we get into it. So what's the question? Who is a real FIFA licensed agent? A lot of people answer this question from a point of view of this person has the license, this person does not have the license. The license, when you pass the exam, is not your identity as an agent. Of course, we can all agree on that. But of course, without the license, you cannot operate as an agent. You see, two things. I said you cannot operate as an agent. The license alone does not make you a real FIFA licensed agent. The license gives you the opportunity to operate within the industry. The license gives you the authority for your names to be on documents. The license gives you authority to approach players, talk to families, and do that within the caprices of the law. Of course, nobody wants to breach the law, but that's what the license gives you. And now let's look at this. If you have a company, which is an agency, for example, the ball business, the CA base, Sisu Sports, Star Like Us, Onside, these are big, real name, big companies. Then we have people like Jogi Mendes, his company is Justifute. We have Pinis Zahavi, we have the Raiola Group, also a company, but they're also operating as an agent. So does the company have a license? No, but they have people who have the license. So you can see the license alone is not what makes you a real agent. For you to be categorized or according to the industry standard, what you should be looking for, what you as an agent who has just passed the exam, or a new agent who has passed recently but has not done so much, what you should be looking at in terms of categorizing yourself as a real agent is these three things that we'll be talking about. I want you to relax and enjoy this. According to the industry standard and according to experience being in the industry for long, speaking with the top agencies, speaking with solo agencies, working with brand agencies, there are three things everybody has in common. First of all, is your own relationship. Who are your relationship? Who are the people you know? Who have you built things together with? Who can you pick up your phone and call and they text you back immediately? What sort of relationships are you keeping? There's this popular saying that your network is your net worth. It also applies in the world of an agent. The second one is your knowledge. And the knowledge is not about who do you know, because that is based off the relationship which we've just mentioned about. The thing about knowledge is, do you know the tax laws? Do you know the visa requirements for your players? Do you know the operating licenses requirements for the club or for the industry in which you're working? Or for the association, that we are working. How deep are you rooted in this knowledge? It could be legal, it could be finances, it could be social media in terms of marketing knowledge, brand knowledge, and all of these sort of skills. You must own that as well. And the last one is your own position. How are you positioning yourself? Are you in the women's football? Are you working in the youth football? Are you working in the African football? Are you working in Asian football? These are also very important questions that you need to ask yourself. Having seen these three questions, you can now sit back or pause for a moment and ask yourself, in these three areas, which of them am I sufficient? Which of them am I lacking? I tell a lot of people, ball business is just going to be 3 years this May. A lot of people don't believe it. They ask me, Funbi, have you been able to do this? And I tell people, if you focus on these three things that we are discussing today, you'll be able to achieve this. Of course, we focused on relationships, we leverage on positioning, and we deep dive into our knowledge based, what we know, what we teach. We go in depth into these three things. So of course, if you position yourself in this way, you are able to achieve this. And that's why I've built Ball Bridge for you. It makes it easy for you to be able to do this yourself. You can get the link below. You can send us a DM, we'll send a link, and you'll be able to use Ball Bridge to build your business. So now let's go back to the question, who is a real football agent? Let's answer the real question. Who is a real football agent? I've put down here today in my book, a real agent is someone who has built enough independent value that their name or their agency name opens the door for them. A lot of people ask me, okay, now I've got my license, should I build a brand on my name, or on a company's name. And I tell them there is no one way or two ways to do this. If you feel comfortable with your name as a company or as a brand, it is good for you. You can do that. That's why we have the likes of Mino Raiola, which of course built their name. Even Jogi Mendes, he has a brand, Justifute. You say, oh, Cristiano Ronaldo is represented by Jogi Mendes. You don't say Cristiano Ronaldo is represented by Justifute. So of course, and you see the likes of Cole Palmer, and I ask you, who is the agent representing Cole Palmer? Trust me, you don't know. But if I say, have you heard of CAA Base? You say, oh yes, I've done that. So it is fine. You can build a brand name. You can build your own name. So that does not really matter. Depending on how you want to do it, you can do it whichever way works for you. So, but for me, I prefer to use the company's name, the brand name, on that big umbrella in terms of LLC. We'll have that discussion later on in the episode 3 or episode 4 of this series. But for today, let's talk on who is a real agent. Now we can all agree on the definition of what an agent is or who an agent really is. Apart from the license, is what you're building for yourself. Now let's deep dive down into the 3 things I said you must own to become a real agent or to identify yourself as a real agent. The first is your relationship. Imagine you got the license. Now, not even imagine. You might be sat in your couch today. I was there once, so it's normal. It's there for everyone. Most of us, when we started out, got the license. We don't have numbers of scouts, sporting directors. We have none of that. Probably it's just our brother who's playing football or some academies down the road close to our house that we have their contact. So your relationship does matter. So now you have to focus on building that relationship way up. You have to focus on getting leverage on scouts, getting leverages on sporting directors, getting leverages on clubs, academies, and all of these things to become what? A real agent. Because without that relationship, without those numbers, without you having that contact of those key persons in the respective clubs or the respective academies that you're going to be working with, your license, like I said, is just a tag name or it's just a card. So how do you build these relationships? How do you get in touch with these people? First of all is to get into groups. For example, if you're a lawyer, I'm in the group ALFFA, Association of FIFA Football Agent Lawyers. I'm an African. I'm in the WhatsApp group, African Football Agents. You can join Ekut So Good, the Weekly Inside. You can join the Ball Business Community. These are groups that you can start joining. You can start talking to people, introduce yourself, start meeting people, just watch. And you don't do this, you don't spam people into those relationships. You just give value, get value, relax, don't rush it. It's a marathon, it's a very long game. It's not something that you just start today and you want to get to point Z immediately. Get into those groups is very, very important. Secondly, in terms of relationship, is start going to games. Of course, that is your office. Start going to games, no matter how small. Go to the under 17 games, go to the under 14 games, start meeting parents of these guys, start talking to them. If you see a player, of course, most likely someone is already there, but introduce yourself, give them a business card, talk to them about what you do, why you're doing it. Is also very important, and also give value in terms of why you're different from the other agents, what you can offer their kid, maybe their son or daughter that you believe they're not already getting. Get in those space, go to those local grassroots games, you meet people. Thirdly is to go to conferences. You go to sports specific conference. I remember when I was just starting out, I was attending all the conferences I could. Some are paid for, some are free, and of course I got the contact of some very, very good people. I got the contact of some very, very good people in which I use later on. So you see, start from WhatsApp group, LinkedIn post, Facebook groups, go to games, go to the ground games, go to Sunday morning games, then attend conferences. So when you get that number, what do? You have to be relaxed. You have to be professional about it. Remember, this takes time. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. Most importantly, you need to offer value first. So what can you do for them? Sometimes you go to games, if it's like parents' games, go there with a pack of water, share it to the kids. Don't even talk football. Come again, do that, and everybody say, oh, this nice guy that shares water or that brings this and that, and you begin to introduce yourself because you've given something first. They trust you, Unlike someone who is just there sharing the card out in their names, it is quite unprofessional. It even makes parents to pull back and see probably you are trying to be a predator or take advantage of them. Also, if you go to conferences, be relaxed, be comfortable in your own skin. Nobody really cares, where and what you are or where you've come from. What they care so much about is the value that you can give to them. There's this common story I tell. There was a person, he sent me a message on LinkedIn. I'm sure if you're watching this, he knows I'm talking about him. He just sent me a message on LinkedIn, said, okay, hi Fumbi, I like what you're doing. I see your post on YouTube. While I was preparing for my exam, Ball Business really helped me. This is what I can do for you. I'm based in this also place. If you need help in this regard, please shout me out. And I'm like, wow. That message did stand out for me compared to thousands and hundreds of other messages that, I'm a FIFA licensed agent, I would like you to work together. There's nothing bad in that, but trust me, these messages are different. One will stand out than the other. Of course, trust me, I'll have to give the other guy my number and say, okay, thank you, I appreciate you watching the video. This is my number, let's talk on WhatsApp. And then we start exchanging values. Remember, relationships are built over time. Make it a long game. Keep building value, keep trust, be honest, and don't rush it. Secondly is the knowledge. Let me tell you something for a fact. It's a simple truth. This industry, the football industry, reward people who have knowledge in things that others don't have. For example, this knowledge is not specific to football. This knowledge is not specific to anyone. I'm talking about tax implications, accounting, financial knowledge, legal knowledge, visa requirements knowledge. These things are very, very important. People go to people for things that they don't have, and that is why I'm still talking about value. This knowledge are very, very underrated. Let me paint you a clear scenario. Now imagine you are in a WhatsApp group. You are taking a player from Ghana or from Nigeria, or from Senegal or from Korea, anywhere in the world, and you want to bring them to the Turkish league. Now you've spoken to the scouts, they've seen the videos, they are happy to take your players, but you're concerned about the visa requirements and you don't know how to go about it. So you're in a WhatsApp group, you just put it, oh please, is there anyone who can help me get a visa for a player of mine or for a client of mine to Turkey? And somebody comes into your DM and say, oh, I'm very conversant with this is what I do, I've done this, I've done that. Of course, what happens? You guys then collaborate. So these things are very important. I've seen it a lot of times. Some of the deals that we worked on are because we have that legal knowledge. Some of the deals we worked on is because we are able to provide the FIFA agent exam knowledge to people to get their license, and that is the sort of knowledge I'm talking about. We all have the knowledge, the common knowledge of the football game, but practical use knowledge, practical, approachable exchange of value knowledge. It could be anything, like I said. It could be your knowledge, financial skills, because nobody goes to the universities to study how to become a FIFA agent license. It could even be logistics, because when you sign a player, they need to move from point A to point B, they need to bring their family. This sort of knowledge comes handy, and you can watch the video I did with Joe on the player liaison officer and see their roles in football. Those knowledge bring deals to the table. Those knowledge make things happen. You will be surprised. People will talk about you and say, oh, this also agency, Mr. A, Mrs. B, she's very good at this. I think you should seek her opinion on this. Sometimes it might be commercial knowledge, IP knowledge, negotiating social media contracts. This sort of knowledge come into play when you're building your own agency. Let people know you for something. It is very, very important. And like I said, remember I told you for the ball business, a lot of people know us as, oh, those guys are the leading agency for preparing agents to pass the FIFA agent exam. Now, some people are saying, oh, those guys build Ball Bridge. It is the system for us to do what you're doing. If you want to build your own brand, they can say, oh, go to Ball Business. Those guys can do it for you. And because we are leveraging on that knowledge. The third and the final thing we are going to talk about that makes a real agent is your positioning. What is positioning? Just like knowledge and relationships, most agents ignore this. Positioning is where you choose to operate. It is very important. You cannot be everywhere at the same time, especially when you're starting out as an agent. You need to be known for something in that industry, in that specific. Do you represent strikers? Do you represent female football? How do you position yourself? Are you that agent that makes things happen in Thailand? Are you that agent that make things happen in Korea? Are you that agent that's very popular when it comes to women football? For example, one of my mentors, Sisu Sports, you just know her for female football. She's the best at what she does. She represents coaches, she represents the top players, national team players, all across the world. Name it, Australia, Europe, Africa. Sisu Football has positioned herself in that space to be a safe agency for female. It's not like I'm advertising her, but of course, just Google Sisu Sports and that's what you see. And it's not like they don't have male players. You see what I'm saying? But they've positioned themselves as the number one female agency in the world, and that really works for them. Just like I said as well, you have to position yourself. What sort of players do you work with? African players. Oh, if you're looking for Senegalese players, you should speak to this so person. That is positioning. It does a lot good for you that you can imagine. There are over 6,000, 7,000 agents. Imagine in your country, if you position yourself as that guy that sends players from Nigeria to Sweden, that is a very lovely position. If you position yourself as that guy in America that makes things happen, that sends players to Spain, that is a very good positioning. Oh, that guy only deals with strikers. If you're looking for goalkeeper, I think you should speak to this so person. That is a very good position. And a lot of people, they let this thing slide. They just want to do A, B, C, and D. They just want to do everything. It just makes everything module up. But if you start from a place, if you position yourself, then you can walk your way up. That is what real agency looks like. You might be sat there and wondering that, oh, Fumbi, you're making this so easy. You're sounding so easy. And of course, I've gotten my license for 6 months. I've gotten my license 1 year. I don't know where to start from. I just tell you, start from where you can. Start by registering your name as a brand, if that's the part you want to tow, or start by registering your company as a brand. If you need help doing this, you can click the link below, check Ball Bridge, and download it, and we can have a conversation on how to go about that. Also, if you are going to be building your brand, you can listen to the second episode of this series, The Agent versus the Agency. Thank you so much for staying to the end. If you have not subscribed, please do. If you want to join our membership, just click join and you get 15 ball credits of the Ball Bridge app, and that way you can even start by using that to build your logo or something, or whichever way to start. You remember, little drops of water makes a mighty ocean. Thank you so much for supporting us. Thank you so much for the likes. Thank you for subscribing, and looking forward to talk to you again. Thank you. Bye. Cheers.